This video will not contain story spoilers, however you will see the general HUD of the game, of course, a few items, a few unique items but no legendaries, and you will see the name of a mission, but that's all. Hello, welcome to another video, and yes, this is Wonderlands, Tiny Tina Wonderlands. Hello! So, Gearbox was very kind to give me early access to a preview build. It's a very limited preview build, so I only have access to this one map, but it's a very pretty map. Anyway, this video is just going to be breaking down the HUD and just basically looking at all the HUD pages. So this is the gameplay HUD, and one thing you'll immediately notice, and this is a theme throughout, is it's the same kind of just build and format as the Borderlands 3 HUD, only it's stylized to be more, fantasy RPG. Which I really like. I really like the style of the HUD, but in terms of format, it is the same. Now, one thing that's worth mentioning is the devs specifically mentioned that the HUD itself is a work in progress, so just a heads up, anything is subject to change between this and launch. But yeah, so you can see the minimap in the top right, the mission direction indicator. Below that, you've got of course, the mission name and objective. The bottom right, instead of grenades, we've got basically two cooldown bars, one for action skill, one for spell. Action skills on the right, spells on the left. Other than that, it's basically identical. Above our health bars is where you'll see companions, companion names, and of course other players, though this build doesn't have multiplayer. Going into our inventory, we'll start out with the map. It's basically very, very samey to the Borderlands 3 map in terms of function. Also, just a heads up, I'm about to show the world map. If you want to close your eyes, I will tell you when it's no longer on screen. But this is the world map, which is kind of cute. I like it a lot. See the different areas there. And of course, this area is all unknown. So, world map's gone now. I don't know. I just like to be careful. Going into journal. So this is the journal. The first tab is missions. I am not going to show it because, well, it's just a bunch of mission names. It might give something away, and it's exactly the same as Borderlands 3. However, this is new. We got world buff shrine, so I think this might be similar to crew challenges. So on the right hand side here, we've got shrine buffs. So if you find shrines, you get buffs. Presumably, there was none in this demo area. And challenge buffs, which I assume is similar as well. You complete various challenges, and you get just some bonuses, maybe based on the map. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that is a new system. And then of course we've got scrolls, which functions like echo logs. Moving over to the inventory, don't worry, I won't hover over that fancy bit of orange if you don't want to see it. I'll see if I can try and blur that out. But yeah, that's what a weapon card looks like. We got the sapsucker of the Osprey. It's a Dahlia assault rifle with a crossbow barrel. Just a heads up, there is normally the blank background that Borderlands 3 has, but it's a bug where it doesn't show. I hope they keep this in, because I think it's very pretty seeing the world behind it. And then you go into details. Now for elemental things, they actually have percentages, which is great, and I love that, so thank you. And then the part system is the same as before. Massive damage swings. So you got your 4 weapon slots, then you got your melee slot over here, Falchion of Cleaving, fun melee weapon, big great sword. Then you got your 2 ring slots. I only have 1 unlocked, so presumably unlock the second later on. Got the ward, armor, amulet, and then spell. And then you got the inventory here with some more items. Now, this scrolls very slowly, but they did add a new system where if you scroll, move your mouse over the top and the bottom, it just scrolls automatically. I'm personally not a fan. I'd prefer just the mouse wheel to not be shit. The mouse wheel just feels almost unusable here. With, 40 plus, presumably up to 40 plus, we've only got 36 right now. Inventory slots, faster scrolling here would be very nice, and this can be quite janky. You can, of course, slide it up and down, just on the wheel here, but it just seems like an unnecessary, difference to Borderlands 3. It's why is it so slow? Could be a thing that they're changing, who knows. You can also rotate your character now. Apparently this was a thing in Borderlands 3, but Lord knows how to do it. But it just says right there in the bottom, you can rotate your character. Which I suppose matters a bit more now that, like, armor pieces are more aesthetic, cosmetic, and you can create your character and stuff, and that kind of thing. Onto a skill tree. Of course, I'll have video showcasing and breaking these down for both the classes we have access to. But that's what the skill tree looks like. It's very similar to Borderlands 3. You know, you've got same amount of tiers, 6 tiers total. You got your 2 action skills at the top. You got your class feat there. Now, looking at it, it seems like there's not going to be room for 2, unless they give you, like, a prompt to, like, change the view. But, like, I'm only seeing room for 1 skill tree, so not sure how a second skill tree is going to work, because you do get 2 in Wonderlands. Not really sure how that's going to work. I hope there's a way to see both skill trees at once, otherwise it'd be a bit of a waste of space. Like this inventory, it's only 2 columns, could really be 3 or 4. So yeah, we'll see how that kind of goes. And then you got your hero stats here. You got like a short description of each, which are quite fun. Like intelligence, a measure of your spellcasting speed. It determines whether you're the fastest caster in the whole wizard school, or better off hooking sedated doves at your enemies. Like, just fun little bits of text there. Wisdom is a measure of your elemental damage output. It determines whether you'll leave a trail of smoking skeletons in your wake, or if they can shrug you off with an over-the-counter sunblock. And of course, I've put no investment in wisdom. Wisdom dump stat. Anyway, that's the hero stats. And then at the very end, we've got myth rank, which is locked, level 40. I'm trying, but it takes a while to level up. So yeah, that is the HUD for Tiny Tina Wonderlands. Little bits of clunk here and there again, presumably because it's a work in progress. The overall style of it, I'm a huge fan of. I really like the style of the HUD, so I'm a big fan of that. And of course, we've got vendors that work pretty much the same as well, the tabs and stuff. So yeah, I think that covers everything. I was about to say something, and I completely forgot what it was. Oh yeah, I remember. So if I go over and I like label something as junk, you can now quick sell all junk. So that's a very useful thing. So yeah, I'm going to call this video there. If you want to see more Wonderlands gameplay, I'm going to have plenty more. I'm going to have some mechanics breakdowns, the skill tree breaks down, and other stuff like that. So yeah, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.